Is the housing market in a recovery? The National Association of Home Builders Wells Fargo Confidence Index climbed to 18 in July, its highest level in a year. David Crowe is chief economist at the NAHB. He joins us now from our Washington newsroom with his perspective. Mr. Crowe, welcome to Bloomberg News.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Sir, were these numbers expected?
Yes. All our indications are that our builders continue to see some marginal increases in their confidence. The first-time homebuyer tax credit, I think, has been one of the largest reasons why the builders have seen some sales improvements, some traffic improvement, and particularly their expectation for the next several months is particularly buoyed.
Well, these lower prices and the tax credits, are they setting the stage for builders to gradually ramp up their recovery or in their construction now?
They are setting the stage for it. The question is the stage really going to be fully set by the time the credit expires? The theory, anyway, was this supposed to be the push, the momentum that we needed to get the housing market back in shape. But the rest of the economy hasn't done as well as we would have thought. Consumer confidence is still lagging, and so I am concerned that this may not be the push that will keep the momentum going after the credit expires.
Well, if this is not, what would be the push then?
Well, one would be to extend the credit, to give it a little more time to gain that momentum we need. There's a lot of first-time home buyers out there looking. But they're actually competing against some shrewd investors who see this as an opportunity with low prices and low interest rates to grab some property that will, ultimately appreciate. So the first-time home buyer is still got some competition in order to be able to use those credits. A little bit longer would give them that chance to use them up.
Sir, the confidence survey also asked builders to characterize current sales as good, fair, or poor. What was the sentiment there?
Well, the index is essentially the result of those three answers. It's to get very technical, it's a diffusion index, so it measures the good versus the poor, and that's how you get a small increase. There were more good answers than there were poor answers this time versus last month.
Sir, other housing data in recent months also giving a signal that the market has bottomed. Is that the sense that the NAHB feels as well?
Yes. Yes, I think we got down to a bottom that couldn't be lower.
Right.
And I do think that the low rates and the low house prices have finally turned it around. The real question is just how fast it will recover, and that's why I say some of my concern is whether this will be a recovery that is a very slow one.
Right. But we should point out that confidence did increase in 3 of 4 regions, led by a jump here in the Northeast. The South was the only area where confidence fell. Why do you suppose that was?
Well, but the South was bumped up significantly the month before, so I think that's just a resettling. It's still above where it was at its low end. So I wouldn't give much credence to the 1-point drop in the South.
Sir,
and the very large drop in the Northeast is very encouraging in that region of the country.
Sir, about 30 seconds left. Is inventory being cleared out now?
New inventory is being cleared out very fast. The new inventory is very low. Now, existing home inventory is still relatively high and, of course, being fed by foreclosures.
David Crowe, chief economist at the National Association of Home Builders, joining us from our bureau in Washington. Mr. Crowe, thanks. Good to see you.